One of the greatest inventions in human history is money. And though it's an illusion, that doesn't undermine its importance. You see, for the past few days now, I've been having these back and forth internal conversations about money and concluded that there's a problem. The issue is a personal one, but not in the way that you'd think. My issue with money is a moral dilemma. The world is going round and round after money. Why am I making this video? Money. Why do you and I go to work every day? Money. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today let's dive into a talk about money as a social construct and how these constructs are causing some problems. Before I take a deep dive, I want to be clear on my stance with money. Money is very much a nexus to many things in life, opening and closing doors, changing the lives of many for the better and for worse. Money can influence our thoughts, though we may not necessarily be aware of it. This is because the social construct of money dictates socioeconomic levels, job status, the attainment of education, plus intergenerational wealth. This means that the social construct of money dictates how we perceive human emotions and act upon them. But the topic doesn't end there. Money also impacts morality, which essentially shapes human relations. The issue isn't money in its existence as a construct. The issue with money is human greed. I think when I talk about my issues with money, I'm talking about my issue with other humans. My issue is the level of insanity that we've succumbed to because of the amount of value we've given this construct that has nothing under tow. My issue is capitalism trying to bombard itself into every aspect of my life. My issue is capitalism eating away at agency. The existence of greed is not reason enough to build an economy that rewards it. But I get it. I also understand that we were born into a society that has made many social constructs and decisions for us and without us. And that social participation is, to some level, a choice. We can't get rid of the construct, so what do? Well, for me personally, I'm a constructivist. I subscribe to the fact that much of what happens in the world, happening at a macro and micro level, are shaped by ideational factors, at least partially. So clearly we're too far gone to go back on this construct. So what we must do is reshape our ideology, thus reshaping our relationship with the construct and the relationship that we have with other humans. So maybe you're someone like me who understands the importance of money, someone who isn't necessarily trying to become a millionaire, but you want to hit certain financial goals, you want stability, you want, freedom. You're someone who wants to use money to change circumstances around them, but refuses to take on attitudes or narratives that condition me to kind of like mentally discard other human beings. And I definitely think that there are some resources out there that can definitely give you some new narratives to reshape your relationship with money. First off, we can start with a reminder that there are things money can't buy, like class, a good moral compass, loyalty, confidence, kindness, and the list goes on. I know to some extent money can buy happiness, but happiness and joy and contentment can still be found without it, And having more or less money than someone doesn't change your inherent value as a human being, nor does it change theirs. This is something that we say all the time, we all pretty much know, but it's not something that we necessarily adopt in our mindsets in our everyday lives. And I think, on a separate note, a lot of that has to do with just pride and ego and certain images that we're just exposed to, and people taking on certain narratives that aren't theirs, but that's another video. I'll definitely get more into that. But a really great resource that I've been reading up on, and not just me but my family as well, we've adopted some of the ideas from this book, it's the book Die with Zero by Bill Perkins, and it's a bit radical and maybe not necessarily radical, but given like the culture of capitalism, this book is a little radical. And given everything that we're told to do within hustle culture, like this finance niche sector of like YouTube and Instagram and just social media in general, it really kind of does contrast a lot of the things that we're being told to do. So basically, let me just give you a little summary, a little rundown of the book and its main points, and the points that I've chosen to adopt and that I think are really helping me. When you die, the money you leave behind doesn't say much about the life that you had. In life, we trade our time and energy for experience, and money represents our energy labor. So every day, for 5 to 6 days, I give away an hour of my life for $18 so that I can take this money and use it for experiences. And the author Bill Perkins, he believes that instead of dying with a pile of money, those dollars represent, experiences that you could have had, and that it's wiser to spend the money on things in your 20s and 30s than in your 60s or 70s. So, one of the things that we hear a lot when it comes to building up our finances is life is a sum of experiences. Even though I'm 21, I'm just looking back on the things that I have experienced, like moving out of the country, creating films, learning different languages, just meeting new people and going to all these different places, gaining all this experience, whether it's work-wise or just, growing up. That stuff really is invaluable. There isn't a price tag that you can put on the things that I've learned. I definitely think he has a point with that. And I think that, of course, to some extent, that's way easier said than done, because a lot of us are just so caught up in like the rat race and living paycheck to paycheck, which is something that I also like about the book, is that the fact that he addresses this. He addresses the fact that not everyone is on the same playing field, not everyone's making the same money. He clearly addresses the priorities that you should have if you're at a certain economic point in your life. Money absolutely can be at odds with our empathy and our compassion. There was even a study done at UC Berkeley, and they found that even fake money could make people behave with less regard for others. And it was actually observed when 2 students were playing Monopoly. There was also another study done by researchers from Harvard and the University of Utah that found just merely thinking about money can lead to unethical behavior. And they found that participants were more likely to lie or behave immorally after being exposed to money-related words, which is absolutely insane to me. So, you see the level of conditioning that we have brought upon ourselves over a piece of paper, which will mean nothing when we're all dead. Which honestly, to me, to some extent, doesn't mean everything to me right now while I'm alive. especially not the way that I have to get my money, you know, where it's like I have to give up so much of my time and energy and brain power, and sometimes I feel like I have to compromise, you know, who I am and, you know, who I know I can be, because I just don't have the money. It's ridiculous. So due to my schedule, I'm going to stop the video now. I definitely think I should do more videos on topics like this. I did start when I first started YouTube, you know, Financial Fridays. I think I'm gonna definitely continue, and yeah, I think I could definitely expand on this a bit more, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, and thank you so much once again for listening to what the heck I have to say. So bye. I will see you in the next video.